introduction to your Artbox and preparing for your apprentice atelier Van Gogh class, I thought I would just show you my personal painting Artbox and hopefully it will inspire you and give you some ideas of your own so that you can get all your art tools and your art supplies together and have them all located in one great place. So as you can see, this is an actual Artbox, but there are all kinds of things that you could use. You could use a toolbox. You could use a plastic tub with a lid. You could use some other kind of tote that's out there. I think the best thing is that you get something that you can use that is portable and that will keep all of your tools and supplies separate from all of the other tools and supplies in the house so that you have them at the ready when inspiration strikes and when you're ready to sit down and do your art class. So this is my Artbox. It's 13 inches long, and so let's open it up and see all the goodness inside. Alright, and this is really fun because it has two trays and the tub part. And so here in the top tray I have lots of pens and pencils. I have 2 palette knives. This one I got at a garage sale for $1. See that? So you don't have to get your tools brand new. I just liked it because it looked well worn, and that kind of makes me happy. I like stuff like that. Okay. I have a pen in here. I have my carpenter's pencil. I have some different charcoal pencils. I have a couple of sepia pencils and regular sketching pencils. So I have a variety of those things. I also have a couple of, I have a Stabilo and I have a Sharpie pen. This is a real fine point for signing things. I have some chapstick because I use chapstick a lot. Here's a chamois, a little piece of chamois that can use to blend with. Okay, so I haven't used it. This is just a large kids paintbrush. It's a kind of boar's bristle brush. It's nothing fancy, but I use this one for my Mod Podge when I'm doing collaging and want to glue. I have an X-Acto knife in here for doing fine precision cutting, but I also use it to sharpen my carpenter's pencil. So I have that. This is a wonderful tool. This is a watercolor brush, and it's got this little spout that pops out, and you fill this part up with water, and then you put that in there, this little stopper guy, and then you twist this on, and this is the brush, and this is filled with water, and then you squeeze it when you want more water, and you can take this and go do some sketching and some simple painting outside. So you can do your plein air work with something like that. Okay, these are what I call smudge nubs, and they are for blending and when you're sketching. So I have a variety of those, different sizes. Of course, I have my reed pen and my ink here. Okay. I have a variety of erasers here. my gum eraser, which is really fun to need, especially if I'm thinking. It's kind of like thinking putty, but it also erases stuff, so that's very cool. And I have a little pencil sharpener. Okay, and then here in the second row is all of my tubes of paint, and I have these in here for just to keep them separate from my school and my studio classroom paints, but I don't have to keep these in here because they're also in here. So, and I'll show you that in a minute. But what I did when I purchased my tubes of paint is I went through each of them and I wrote down their names, and then I painted a little swatch so that I could see exactly what this was going to look like on paper. And so then I'd also have a record. This is just a little strip of scrap. You can see I scrap paper, and I put the maker on the back here, and this just allows me to have kind of a key. So I would encourage you, as you are beginning to get your palette developed, that you make something like this to help you be able to remember the wonderful paints that you've been purchasing. And if you want to get more of that, you'll know what it is. Okay, this is a fine line masking fluid pen, and it allows me to mask an area so that watercolor does not go on to that spot. And then once everything's dry, you can rub it off, and it's the paint resists this. So it's a great supply to have. You do not have to have that, but this is just something that I have in my my art box. Okay, let's keep going. All right, here is my palette, and you will have a palette of your own. I like this one because it has this thumb spot for a thumb if I'm outside painting. I don't use this too much, but sometimes I do. And as you can see, this is well loved and well used, and it's my wonderful palette. And what's nice is I can just, it's not too big, I can just fold it up and tuck it in my art box if I take a class, or like I said, if I go out and go do some plein air painting, here I've got it. Okay. I've got a couple of different water containers here, glass jars that I've just recycled, and so I keep those at the ready. Masking tape. You never know when you need to tape something down, or if you're outside in the weather especially, and the wind comes up, it's nice to have that to tape things down that might blow away. You know, if you're looking at a model, or you just have something you need to hold down. Scissors. We always need scissors. I have a couple of sponges here. You can also pack away some natural sponges. I have that chunky glue stick, and have some additional little pans of paint. I have a pocket color guide. This is a great tool to have. It has a color wheel on it. It also goes through the different kinds of colors, tints, tones, and shades, warm colors, cool colors, lots of color theory here. And then on the back of this, we also get a grayscale and value guide, and then a spot for your own personal mixing of colors, which is really fun. It also has some color definitions and some common vocabulary that's used by artists. So this is a great tool to have in your art box. Now, I don't want you to go run out and get one of those, because one of the bonus videos in this course is how to make your own. So you will be able to do that. You don't need to go buy that. Here is a little kit of soap and special detergent for your brushes. This is for your brushes, this is for your hands, and this is for removing some of the blues, and some of the other colors can be have a stain or more of a dye in them, and so sometimes they're hard to get off. But anyways, that's what that is. Little detergent for your brushes. I have my paint brushes. Oops, let me open this up here. I have my paint brushes in here, and this is an old paint palette, as you can see. It's got lots of places to mix paints, and I think it's just really fabulous. And so I keep my brushes in here, and these are all my favorite brushes. And as you can see, I have probably too many of them, but my philosophy is you can never have too many brushes. You can probably tell that from mine. And then also, I have in here a couple of pictures, reference pictures of a painting that I was doing a while back, and I just often will keep those kinds of things in my art box so that I can look at them if I need to. So there you have it. This is my most common tools for my art box, and so your art box will look similar. You'll have some similar tools in your art box, and most of the things I imagine will be able to fit into your box, so that you're all ready to be able to do art and have all your things right where they need to be. Just like this. All right, and it all fits, and it all comes together and shuts. So hopefully this just demystified for you the idea of an art box and what kinds of things you should have in it. You have a more detailed list in your PDF, and so you may have to get a bit of a larger box, and that's okay. But it'll help you. It'll help you stay organized, and it'll just help you keep your art tools and your supplies neat and at the ready. All right. Thanks so much, art students, and I look forward to getting started with you. Bye-bye.